Well, some Doctor Who news. It is back, I guess, sort of in a way that like nobody wanted. Now, this is the war between the land and the sea, and this has been a hotly contentious thing for the BBC and Russell T Davies. Versus Disney. Disney did not really like this, and despite having it as part of their project updates, this was not something Disney really wanted out of Doctor Who, and that caused a lot of problems. Now, there's been delays in this show because it was shot a long time ago, and they have said that there's been changes that were made and the like. Russell T Davies is out ranting at awards ceremonies about censorship, saying even the BBC's going down that route when he's been obviously having carte blanche to just write whatever self-insert gay drama, fighting with the fans that he wants in every single episode of Doctor Who that we saw before it finally went off the air. But this is coming up soon. And we were wondering when this was going to come out, and it's getting a release date. Now, I'm wondering, and my speculation is there some kind of fight now between the BBC and Disney where the BBC is using this to stick a middle finger at Disney and, of course, actually non-UK viewers for not coming in for the woke, gay, black Doctor Who, because this is a very bizarre thing. I haven't seen something like this happening before. So please hit the like and subscribe button and join us as we talk about all things Doctor Who. This is your real science fiction news. I'm a science fiction writer myself, so if you like quality science fiction writing, I have a Valiant Frontiers trilogy that's crowdfunding right now. This is all about space exploration. I've got a great crew who's doing a lot of fun stuff. And actually, book 3 is a time travel story, which is my most complicated story I ever wrote because I wanted to do it right and kind of show, my kind of take on that. And maybe they'll hire me as showrunner. I doubt it. But please check it out, guys. We're almost 200 backers, which I appreciate, and I know it's a tough economy. I know I have a lot of UK backers as well. That's why I have digital. And so this is what you'd pay for it on Amazon. $15 for 3 books. It's $5 a book. Just come in on it today. Just check it out and read. That's the most important thing that we have here. So thank you guys for supporting our channel. It's in the description below, and I appreciate everybody who reads. Let's get back to our news. So the war between the land and the sea, as I said, has been a big question mark for its release, with no details being given by the BBC and Disney for its partnership as the companies split ways following dismal Doctor Who ratings run. Now, a date is finally given, and it's getting interesting, with the BBC potentially pulling a passive-aggressive move towards Disney. The BBC announced that the spinoff miniseries would be released on December 7th, but with a catch, only in the UK. British viewers will be able to watch this on the BBC and the iPlayer on the Saturday, but the rest of the world still doesn't have a release date. Now, that's pretty interesting to me because this is a Disney partnership. All of this was designed for Disney+. Disney was trying to move Doctor Who over. And there's also another interesting thing that's been happening on this. The 2005 Doctor Who earlier this year was on HBO Max for streaming. It's no longer. They pulled that from HBO Max. The classic Doctor Who, the real Doctor Who, was on Tubi for streaming. They just pulled that a day ago. And so there still is a live channel Doctor Who for like live TV Doctor Who on Tubi, which is not quite as useful as being able to just watch I don't even know why one of these streaming networks do these like live TV sort of things. It doesn't make any sense. But being able to just like start watching the episodes, it's done. And I was actually annoyed by this because I'm rewatching the Tom Baker era, and I just got through the first installment of Genesis of the Daleks, one of the best serials out there. So good, and I'm very, very sad that that's off right now. But it'll be back eventually. But what I've been hearing about like the packages, as the BBC's been trying to maybe court Paramount and the like, is a lot of these streaming services don't really care about the new stuff so much. They want the classic Doctor Who on their streaming services because that's what people rewatch over and over and over again, like I'm doing right now. And so that's what Disney wanted out of the deal. The BBC wouldn't give it to them. That's what Paramount's wanting out of this deal. The BBC is actually, from what I'm understanding, just kind of pushing back on that because they want to keep their iPlayer service in the UK. And so that's what we have as this network effect right here. But Disney, like I said, pushed delays for this. And there were big fights behind the scenes with Russell T Davies, the Disney bosses about this, and because they knew that this was going to be a disaster. This is going to be a woke disaster. The entire concept of this is the humans are bad and the monsters are actually good, and you shouldn't call them monsters. You're racist and you're a climate change bad person because your farts clog the ozone or something. That's literally what this is about. and it's really painful that they're even going out with this because it's just awful. Now, of course, the unit group in this is your standard diversity crew, and it's going to be a nightmare. You don't even have the doctor in it, so it's like there's zero reason to watch this. And of course, we covered the other day how Russell T Davies went out and took it one step further, even to the media. He's so gleeful about this stuff. This is what he loves to insult the audience's intelligences with just how woke he is with all this stuff. And the Sea Devils, who are a classic Doctor Who villain, which again, it would be nice if this were on Tubi so I could rewatch the Sea Devils episodes before getting into this, just so I can see what's just have that fresh in my mind. But oh well. He decides to change the Sea Devils and not call them the Sea Devils, and he's turning it into an activism type of thing. He's calling them Homo Aqua. And of course, since they're the good minority who's oppressed, that is intentional. They're not, and it's not Homo sapien type of thing because that is a primate. He named them Homo Aqua because he wants to broadcast homosexuality, right? And he loves doing that wordplay type of thing. This has been a Russell T Davies hallmark of all his career. It's definitely intentional. By generation, for Gatwa spinning out of David Tennant, that was a bisexual generation. He did that on purpose, right? And that's what Russell T Davies has done throughout this. That's what's made this so cringy and why it's such a problem. So here's what I think about this. I think that the BBC is going out with it in December because Disney was pushing it to next year, and they're saying, yeah, because Disney doesn't even really care about releasing this at this point. And so the BBC fought to get this done at the end of the year so that there's some Doctor Who kind of around the Christmas time and then probably use something on that front. And I think they're going out with it and making it so the rest of the world can't watch it as a kind of middle finger to Disney to be like, you know what, we're going to do this and it's going to be our UK pride flag, right? And that's annoying for, of course, YouTubers like me because I'd like to review these episodes as they come out. And I'm going to have to find some way to do that because, obviously it's going to hamper doing reviews when Disney might not release it here for 2 or 3 months afterwards when this is happening. Now, it used to kind of be this way. So you would actually have the BBC release it kind of in a timely manner on their network. And then you'd get it over here on BBC America, back before all these partnerships, when there was TV, if you remember those days. You get it the next day. So you'd have it like 12 hours later and watch it that way. Now, with the Disney deal, a lot of fans were grumbling because fans in the United States would actually be able to watch it first in a lot of ways because it was dropping. It would drop around the world simultaneously. But at a time where, the UK viewers were probably mostly asleep, and so that was kind of prioritizing America first. That's why I think that this might be some sort of signal sent to Disney and these other partners like this, that the BBC is trying to just bring this back. Which again, I don't know if it matters because I don't know many people who are excited about this whatsoever. This is a spin-off with no characters that anybody cares about. The Sea Devils have not really been seen in a long, long time. It's not like it's something that people are excited about. And the whole concept's cringy just by itself. So this is what we have here. But at least there's a release date, December 7th for you UK folk. I appreciate you guys being there. What do you think about this? Do you like my theory? Do you think it's true? Leave a comment down below. Love to hear from you. Please hit the like and subscribe button and check out my Valiant Frontiers. Get some great sci-fi. It's in the description below. And I appreciate you guys being here.